Hello and welcome to day 25 of our December daily draw. Today is Christmas and happy holidays from Febo Kids Art Academy. Today we are going to be drawing a present, but it's not just any present, it's a present that you have received today. So let's go ahead and get started by drawing our present. Now again, this is going to be a little bit different than what we normally do, just because you are going to be getting creative and drawing a present that you had gotten for this special day. So make sure your paper is vertical, which means up and down, and I also want you to use that pencil. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw that square. And since today is Christmas Day, it is the 25th of December. And you can draw that 25 as fancy as you want, or you can go simple. All right, now again, if you received a puppy for Christmas, you can follow along with me, but whatever you got for Christmas, that's what you're going to be drawing on top. But let's go ahead and draw the present on the bottom. First, we're going to be drawing a straight line at the bottom, and we'll do a curve on the right and the left. Now, my present is going to have a ribbon in the middle, so first what I want to do is I just want to draw two straight lines. Now, I'm not going to take it all the way to the top because I am going to be drawing my puppy's paws right there, so make sure that you draw it not all the way to the top, and you don't have to add a ribbon if you don't want to. But I'm going to continue that straight line on the left to the right, left to the right. Now if you did accidentally go over that ribbon, that's okay, you can always erase those lines. Now I'm going to go ahead and get started with drawing my puppy. Now first what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rainbow curve for the top of my puppy's head. Then I'm just going to add some curved lines coming down. Now again, your puppy that you may have gotten for Christmas may not be as fluffy as mine. So make sure to draw that puppy according to how it looks. But I'm just going to add those ears and draw some curves. I'm going to draw two eyes by drawing circles with smaller circles inside. And then I'm going to draw his nose with a curve at the bottom. And then that mouth. Now again, whatever you got for Christmas, that is what you're drawing on top. Now my puppy came with a bow. I just want to make sure that it looks like a bow. Now I'm going to be drawing those paws. So first I'm just going to add kind of this U shape and curve out, around, and down, down, and around, up, and connect. Now I want to make sure to add the rest of my puppy's chin. And then I'm going to curve down, because that's my puppy's back. Now I can start to draw the top of my box. I'm going to start between the paws, hop to the left and the right. Now as you can see, my ribbon needs to go all the way up, so I'm going to continue that line. And my puppy also needs a tail, so I'm coming out and adding those lines. Now again, maybe you did get a puppy for Christmas and you just wanted to follow along with me, but remember, you're drawing your favorite present that you got this year. When you are done with your present, it should look something like this, only different because you drew what you got for Christmas. Now you can use any colors that you want because again, it's your present that you got. I'm going to be using markers and chalk pastels. So I'm just going to be taking my markers. And the first thing I'm going to be doing is I am going to outline my box. And you can use any art materials that you would like. can fill in with any colors you want. I'm sticking with Christmas colors, which are red, green, and white, and light blue. Now I'm going to start with outlining my puppy first. And my puppy is a golden doodle. Those are one dog that I would love to own. So I'm just going to be taking my brown and outlining all of those pencil lines that I drew. All right, and I'm just going to add that little bit of fluff to the top. And add the mouth. And my paws. And the tail. All right, my puppy came with a light blue bow. So I'm just going to outline that light blue bow. And he's got black eyes with a black nose. So I'm actually going to be using my Sharpie for this, just because it is a small area and the Sharpie is a little bit easier to use. And I'm going to fill in those eyes. All right, so there is my puppy. I'm actually going to fill in that nose too. And I'm making sure to get all those white spots as I color. And if you need to make any adjustments so it looks like your Christmas present you got, you can go ahead and do so. Now I'll come back to finishing the puppy later. I am going to be working on my present. And I'm first going to be using red to outline. But I'm not going to outline the ribbons because that was green. All right, so there's that. And now for my green. I'm actually going to go for, I'm going to stick with my dark green. And right here, I'm making sure to outline those sides because that was part of the ribbon. And my present had stripes, so I'm going to be adding those stripes up and down. And across. If you need to switch your paper to the side to draw it a little bit easier, you can do that as well. And I know it might be a little bit hard to get around those puppy paws, but just try your best. And just make sure to get as close as you can. All right, so there's that. Now my present also had some polka dots to it, so I'm just going to draw those polka dots. All right, and once I'm done with those polka dots, I'm just going to go around, outline around them one more time and start to fill that in. I'm still getting as close as I can to my lines. And still filling that in. We'll do the same thing on the other side. pinching, or excuse me, not pinching and pulling, but I'm just using those long strokes to fill it in because I really want to make sure that I don't have any of those white spots because I already have the white spots right there. I like this red. Not only does it smell like cherries, but it is nice to fill in those areas because the side is chiseled. And same on this side. Now that is done, I'm going to go ahead and put that aside. And actually, I am going to be adding just a few more stripes with my lighter green, just for a little bit of variety. So that way it just looks a little bit more unique. All right, so there's my present. I'm going to go ahead and put my markers aside and take out my chalk pastels. Now, first things first, I'm going to be coloring in that bow, which was light blue. And I'm just going to carefully blend that in. Now, since it's a golden doodle, I'm going to be taking out my tannish gold. I'm going to pinch and pull. But before I fill it in, I did almost forget an area, so right now I'm just going to pinch and pull on those areas. But I cannot forget the area underneath here because underneath his chin is still part of that bow, so I'm just going to fill that in, and then I'll fill in the rest of my puppy. All right, still getting close. And if you would like to, you can take a darker tan or the same tan and just outline to add that shading to some areas, just to really make it pop out, especially underneath that bow and the tail and the paws. Now don't forget also, you do want to add a little bit of that shading underneath, so of the present. So I'm just going to add a simple line there, take a clean finger and blend underneath. And there is your present. So when you're done, go ahead and clean up your area, and also make sure to share these on our Facebook Fibo Village page. We would love to see what present you got for this year. So thank you so much for joining me today. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow for day 26. Bye.